Improvement Bill here. So, a couple of weeks ago, I sent two of my assistants on a special mission that I feel like is relevant now more than ever. I asked them to scour the internet and look for some quick ways to make money online. And after about a month of trial and error, we ended up with a list of 8 different solutions, all of which allowed them to make at least a couple of dollars in a relatively short amount of time. Now, just to clarify, none of these methods are long-lasting career opportunities. None of these are things that will make you a significant amount of passive income for years to come. These are more like some quick side hustle things that you can do to make a couple of bucks here and there. You can use these methods to help supplement your main source of income or as a way for you to make some money if you currently don't have a job. Now, these options may or may not work in your country depending on where you're from, but one of my assistants is actually not from the US. She's from overseas, so I believe that some of the options that we'll be covering today should still work for you. With that being said, let's jump right into it. Starting off at number 1, we have MyPoints. MyPoints.com is a simple website where you can complete surveys and watch video ads to earn points in return. They have a to-do list on their website that guides you through the process and shows you what you need to be doing every day. MyPoints uses a point system that ultimately allows you to redeem a variety of different things, such as gift cards, coupons, and even money sent to your PayPal account. According to one of my assistants, it took her about a minute to register for each survey, which allowed her to generate an automatic 5 points, and finishing each survey usually generated around 10 points per minute it took to complete the survey. So it takes around 1,500 points for you to redeem $10 on PayPal, which means that filling surveys out on MyPoints would allow you to earn $1 to $2 per hour. Next up, we have MTurk.com. MTurk.com is a website that's technically owned by Amazon, which is why it's also known as Amazon MechanicalTurk. Here you can perform a wide variety of different tasks in order to earn money. These range from completing surveys to collecting data from search engines and even to transcribing audio recordings. Now, most of the tasks that are available pay in cents, but only take a couple of minutes to complete, which means that you'll have to grind and do a lot of them in order to actually make a significant amount of money. You can redeem the money that you've earned via your bank account or via Amazon in the form of gift cards. The amount of pay fluctuates a lot depending on the type of work they give you, but on average, my assistants were able to generate around 10 cents for every 5 minutes of work. So overall, this means that you'll be able to make anywhere from $1 to $3 per hour working on MTurk. Up next, we have Clickworker. Clickworker.com is very similar to MTurk, where you do tasks like transcribing audio and collecting data for small sums of money. Now, to be honest, I personally used to work on Clickworker maybe 5 or 6 years ago when I first started attempting to build an online business as a way to make some money on the side to pay the bills, but I haven't touched it since. So I asked my assistants to check it out to see what has changed, and from what I can tell from their screenshots and feedback, there's a wider variety of jobs that are now available on the platform. Back then, I remember only doing audio transcriptions, but now from what I can tell, they pay much less, which is a shame. I remember being able to make around $10 to $15 per hour on the platform, but it seems like this is no longer the case. From our testing, the fastest jobs we were able to make money from were the ones that paid around 4 to 10 cents each, which took around 3 minutes to complete. So overall, this is something that can make you anywhere from around $1 to $3 per hour, but I think this is still worth a shot because I do remember making much more on Clickworker. So maybe it was just the timing when we conducted the test that was bad. Maybe there are better paying jobs on the platform that can give you a better ROI for your time like back in the old days. You just got to look around for it. Now, before we go on and discuss the other methods of making money online, I'd like to take a second and talk to you about the sponsors of today's video, Trovapage. Trovapage is a mix between a commerce and a social media platform, and what this means is that they allow you to start a business online using your talents, all while connecting you with your clients and customers on a personal level. Now, there are two main differences between Trovapage and other service-for-hire platforms like Fiverr.com or Freelancer.com, and that's number 1, you can create a business around anything, not just tasks that have to be done over the internet. For example, you could start a home-based hair salon business and style hair. You could start a lawn care business and cut the lawns in your neighborhood, or you could be as creative as teaching TikTok dancing online to anyone online and run all of that on Trovapage. This isn't possible on the other freelance websites. And number 2, you can do all of this without having to pay any upfront fees. Websites like Freelancer.com charge you a monthly fee in order for you to host your profile there, while Trovapage allows you to do it all for free. On top of that, as compared to starting a business on your own, which requires a decent investment, setting up a profile on Trovapage means that you don't have to pay for things like a website or a domain name or a payment processor, all of which you would need in order to start a business on your own. And what's most unique about them is the social media platform aspect, where you can build relationships with your clients and customers, which will ultimately lead to a more loyal clientele and a more sustainable business in the long run. Trovapage usually charges providers 10% commission from sales made on the platform, but we have a special promotion going on for you guys today. All you have to do is click on the link in the description box below to create a profile for free, and you'll get all of your fees waived for the next 6 months. I highly suggest you guys to do so because it honestly doesn't hurt at all to try them out, and you'll increase your chances of being able to make more money online. Now, the next method that we discovered of making money online was by using a browser called the Brave browser. The Brave browser is a special browser that blocks all the normal annoying ads and trackers that you get hit with when you browse the internet on whatever browser you're currently using. When you use Brave, you have the option to turn on special ads from advertisers, which will earn you BAT tokens, which have monetary value. After only about half a day of using the browser, my assistant was able to make around 0.4 BAT tokens, which is worth around 10 cents at the time of recording this video. Which honestly isn't a lot, but hey, you literally don't have to do anything. You just have to use the internet like however you normally would. At the rate of which we were able to generate BAT tokens, you can expect to make anywhere from $5 to $20 per month, depending on how much you use the internet and also which country you're currently in. What's interesting is that the Brave browser is actually better than the Google Chrome browser in many regards. It's faster, it doesn't track you, so it's better for privacy. It's currently the most downloaded web browser in Japan, and Joe Rogan admitted to using it too, so it's actually quite popular. If you're interested in using this browser, we've included an affiliate link where you can download it for free in the description box below. Up next, we have UserTesting.com. UserTesting is an interesting website where you get paid to test out websites and give your feedback on the overall user experience. They have a pretty strict onboarding process where you have to first show them that you are capable of giving decent reviews, which means you have to record a test round where you basically look at their website and talk about things like the navigation, how easy it is to use, what you like, what you don't like, etc. If they like your review, then you'll be able to start working with them, and according to my assistants, they were able to make around $10 for around 20 minutes of work. But the downside is that there aren't that many projects available, which means that it's not really realistic to calculate dollars made per hour because chances are you'll only get a handful of opportunities every month. But nevertheless, it doesn't hurt to sign up and try. Next up, we have FetchReward. FetchReward is a mobile app that allows you to generate points from receipts from grocery stores, supermarkets, hardware stores, convenience stores, and just about any store that produces receipts, whether it be physical receipts or even a digital one. Now, the great thing about this is that you don't even have to have shopped at a certain place. You just need the receipts in order to generate these points. So if you live in a household that does a lot of grocery shopping, you can just ask your family or roommates for their receipts and accrue points that way. You can use these points to redeem rewards, coupons, and even cash back. My assistant was able to generate around 7,000 points in a month's of time by taking the receipts of everyone in her family and running it through the Fetch app. And in terms of cash value, this was worth around $5. This may not seem like much, but you don't really have to do much work. It's almost like you're saving a bit extra on the grocery shopping that your family already does. So it doesn't hurt to keep this option in mind. Up next, we have PlayTestNet. PlayTestNet.com is a website where you can go and playtest games for companies. Whether or not you are eligible is based on the mobile device that you currently have. If you get approved, you are prompted to download another app where you will conduct a test. Basically, you just have to play their game up to a certain level and give your feedback on it. The payout is pretty good. My assistants were able to make around $7 for just 10 minutes of work, but it can take a while to get work. One time it took my assistant a week and a half to get a job, and after that it took her another 2 weeks to get the next one. But the pay is very good for the amount of time you have to commit to each playtest, so it doesn't hurt to sign up and just wait for the jobs. Plus, it's sort of fun because you are just playing games. And finally, we have Prolific. Prolific is a website where you can join studies and take surveys to help researchers out with their research. You start off by creating a profile, which then allows you to qualify for a bunch of different studies depending on who you are and where you're from. My assistant was able to get by checking just once a day for new studies, and she was able to make around 0.60 pounds from just 5 minutes of work, which technically means that you can make around $15 an hour doing surveys on Prolific. But there aren't that many surveys that you can do every day, maybe just 2 to 3 if you're lucky. Once you reach 5 pounds, you can withdraw via PayPal. I've included a link to check out Prolific as well as the links to check out all the other methods we've talked about in the description box below. Now that we've gone over some quick ways for you to make some money online, I'd like for you to try some of these methods out and let me know which ones worked for you. This will allow others to get an idea of which of these are actually worth pursuing. Other than that, I wish you the best of luck, stay safe, and stay tuned.